Welcome back. As you know, I'm Eli the Computer Guy here for the Daily Blob. We're excited to say that under the Trump administration, every day is Taco Tuesday. In the past, under Biden, under Obama, if you wanted a taco, you could only get a taco on Tuesday. Trump has changed the entire game board. He's playing five-dimensional chess while everybody else is playing something that actually exists. And he has declared that every day will be Taco Tuesday. So, yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, I forgot this was even going on. I forgot this was even going on. I was like, oh, yeah, TikTok. You remember TikTok? Yeah, I remember TikTok. Hey, remember, do you remember when Trump, during his first term, the end of his first term, he put through an executive order to try to ban TikTok in the United States because TikTok is such a fundamental danger to the United States. It could not be allowed to continue to exist. Now, back then, I argued about it because I think it's stupid. And I especially don't think you should be able to do that type of thing with an executive order. If you followed me for any number of years, wow, has it been that long ago? You'll remember that whole idiocy. Anyways, the Biden administration comes in, and if there's one thing that the Biden administration continued from the Trump administration, which continued from the Obama administration, is that they don't like Chinese people. There's one thing our old politicians in the United States can all agree on. It is China man is bad. And so Biden comes in, and after 4 years, right, this is such a national security threat, not even a concern. This is a real and actual danger against the American people. And then takes 4 years. Goes through Congress, bipartisan. There's this bill that goes through Congress to force either the closure or the divestiture of TikTok within like 90 days. That gets put through right before Trump comes back into office. So this whole disaster has been going on for over 4 years, probably about 4.5 years. At that point, Trump comes into office. And Trump being Trump, right? So he put an executive order through that said TikTok was such a danger that had to be eliminated from the United States. Biden actually pushes everything through Congress to make it legally binding that TikTok has to be removed from the United States. And then Trump comes in and, wait for it, gives a 90-day extension. Why? Here's the thing. If you're saying this isn't racist, I get some pushback from my viewers. They're like, Eli, this isn't racism. Okay, what is this? What is this at this point in time? I don't even understand what's going on. On top of this, as I talked about before, you can go out and you can buy all kinds of information about American citizens, right? For 10 to 15 cents per record, you can buy information about our soldiers, our men and women in uniform, and about their families. So we're not pushing through laws to actually protect personal information. We're not putting through laws to at least prevent the sale of that type of information. We're not doing anything to protect the American people. This is all just weird laws to punish China for being successful. Anyways, so Trump comes in. So this has already been passed. This is a law that has already been passed. So TikTok should either be divested or sold at this point, is as it is. Trump comes in, 90-day extension. Okay, so that's a 3-month extension. Then, right, now it appears that TikTok is going to get yet another extension because, I mean, when you have a national security threat that everybody agrees is a real and present national security threat, just letting it linger, I want off this timeline. Where is the exit for this timeline? Oh, so anyways, this is coming from the BBC. That's coming from a lot of other places too. Trump to extend U.S. TikTok ban deadline, White House says. So literally, they extend this deadline, so we're now in June, we're in the middle of June. So if they extend this deadline, it'll go into the middle of September at least, which literally will mean, to be clear here, that TikTok will still be in the United States, owned by the Chinese, 5 years. 5 years after Trump tried to kill it through executive order. It's not that we can't build factories. It's not that we can't reskill our employees. We can't even get a law that supposedly is a slam dunk just to simply go through in 5 years. Anyways, TikTok will live on for at least another 3 months in the United States as President Donald Trump is posed to extend a sale or ban deadline for the third time since taking office. Okay, so it has been the third time. So the man that demanded that TikTok go is now extending the deadlines. Quote, President Trump will sign an additional executive order this week to keep TikTok up and running, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said on Tuesday. The popular video sharing app was supposed to be banned in the U.S. after its Chinese owner ByteDance refused to sell to its U.S. buyer by a January deadline. Leavitt said the 90-day extension would, quote, ensure this deal is closed so that the American people can continue to use TikTok with the assurance that their data is safe and secure. So literally, they're still trying to claim this whole safety and security vulnerability as this idiocy just continues, right? What have we heard? We've heard the Chinese Communist Party, right, can get direct access to all of this valuable personal information about the American public. We heard from both sides how TikTok is espousing misinformation in order to destroy the democratic system that we hold so dear. We've heard all of this, right? But, you know, it's a real and present danger, but don't worry about it too much. Quote, quote, we'll probably have to get China approval. Trump said, I think we'll get it. I think President Xi will ultimately approve it. When asked if he has the legal basis to extend the deadline, he responded, we do. I think we do, ergo we do. Trump's extensions is at odds with the will of Congress, which passed the sale or ban measure last year. His predecessor, President Biden, immediately signed the bill into law. The law was aimed to address concerns that TikTok, which has 170 million American users, could be used by China as a tool for spying and political manipulation. Again, could be used by China for spying or particular manipulation. Who knows if they're actually doing that or not. The Supreme Court agreed with a lower court and upheld the law in January just before Trump was set to take office. Last year, Trump said he liked the platform because he believed it helped him win the 2024 presidential election. Isn't that interesting? He's trying to save the platform that he believes got him into power. The platform that was supposed to be banned because it spewed political misinformation, Trump says he likes because it helped get him elected. I can't make this stuff up. Quote, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points, Trump said in December. Trump's unilateral deadline extensions have led some analysts to dismiss the notion that a ban might ever take place during his time in office. Quote, what ban? There is nothing looming about the potential TikTok ban anymore, said Forrester principal analyst Kelsey Chickering. Quote, TikTok's behavior also indicates they're confident in their future as they rolled out new AI video tools at Cannes this week. Quote, smaller players like Snap will try to steal share during this uncertain time, but they will not succeed because the next round for TikTok isn't uncertain at all, Ms. Chickering added. The Trump administration said in April that the U.S. and China had neared a deal that would have placed majority control of TikTok's U.S. operations under American ownership. That deal has not yet materialized. Because, surprise, 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 our taco-in-chief talks a really big game and I don't know, does whatever he's doing. Who the hell knows what the hell is going on with the administration? What's going on with my country? at this period of time. So it looks like TikTok has been saved for another 90 days, which means it will be saved for another 90 days, which means it will be saved for another 90 days after that. And this insanity, this real and present danger to the American people, is continuing to exist because of Trump's support. I mean, just think about that for a moment. Everybody in the political establishment seems to agree that TikTok is a real danger to the American people. That's why it had to get, that's what we were told, right? China man is so scary, so devious. We can't allow their social media app in our country. And look, all right, let's just accept it. Let's just face value, put it on the table. It is what it is. And now we have the Trump administration. Trump is literally allowing this foreign actor to continue collecting valuable information about the American people because he feels that it helped him win an election. Dear MAGA folks, yeah, I'm curious. When does America come first? I see Trump coming first. Make Trump great again. I see Trump coming first in all this horse crap. I don't actually see a whole hell of a lot of America coming first. But anyways, I guess I just don't play 5D chess. Eli, Trump is playing 5D chess, and you're playing tic-tac-toe. Well, here's the thing about tic-tac-toe, my friends. Tic-tac-toe actually exists. So you're telling me he's playing a game that doesn't exist, that only exists in his mind. And this is supposed to make me feel better. Makes him seem a little bit more senile. But anyways, yeah, so... And this, you know, some of my viewers, some of my decent viewers, I know I got the snarky people. I got the trolls. I got the hate watchers out there. So anything that I do, they're going to hate. Whatever. I know I have some longtime viewers that actually like my content. And they get frustrated over my China coverage and how idiotic so much of this is. Everything from the AI diffusion rule to the TPP to the Pacific pivot, all the stuff that I talk about. The point here is just how idiotic all of this is and how unstable it makes our country. One of the interesting things that I found, so here in the Asheville area, a lot of tech people are on TikTok, right? For whatever reason. I don't know, tech people like to be on TikTok. So I know somebody here that created his own he has a vibe coding project, company, whatever else. He's used TikTok. He does his videos on TikTok. And it's not that his TikTok videos have gotten views. His TikTok videos have gotten 5,000 users to his app, right? So he created this app. Basically, he talks about it to his TikTok viewers. And from that, he's gotten 5,000 new users to his app. And he's gotten a number of paying users to his app, right? That's actually getting traction. One of the things I talk about is client acquisition cost. So whenever you're trying to spin up a business, you're going to live and die by client acquisition cost. And I can tell you, however much time it takes to make a couple of TikTok videos, that is an incredibly inexpensive client acquisition cost to get 5,000 users, right? Actual people to create an account. I know somebody else here, they talk about AI and vibe coding, that type of thing, and they've actually gotten contract work. They've had people contact them about doing consulting work because of what they've put out on TikTok. One of the things I want you to really understand, like I laugh about this whole thing about 13-year-olds twerking on TikTok. You know, I don't watch TikTok because I'm almost 50 years old, and I think if I watch a 13-year-old twerking on TikTok, I'll probably get arrested. I don't want to get arrested today. Anyways, right? Yeah. It's the modern world we live in. You know, I laugh about that, but the reality is there are a lot of people out there that either make money directly from TikTok, just like I make money directly as a content creator for YouTube, or they use it as a way to drive business to whatever it is that they do, right? TikTok is a real economic driver in the United States. It's funny to laugh at because it's easy to laugh at, but the reality is this is a real economic driver. Beyond First Amendment and all that type of thing. And the issue that I see with our government is that they have no fucking clue what they're doing. When I talk about the racist policies, I really want you to understand when you're looking at these policies, what the hell do they have to do with? We are told these are national security concerns. We are informed that China is our enemy. To be clear, for any Chinese people out there, you ain't my enemy. I have zero interest in killing you. I would prefer you don't kill me. I would prefer you don't kill me. Right? There's nothing quite watching the war in Ukraine and seeing drones with thermite to make you reassess how much you want to support the military. Have you seen those thermite drones? Holy shit. That's a bad way to go. That's just a bad way to go. That's a bad way to go. Anyways, right? But we're informed that China is the enemy. We're informed we have to spend $1 trillion on a military because China man is going to try to take over the world or whatever else. We're informed that we have to shut down, AI, the progress of the Chinese civilization with AI diffusion rules because boogeyman or whatever. We're informed, that TikTok, has to get banned because they're spying on us. And I just want you to fundamentally understand how unsound all of this is. All of this is. If they're not racist, they're just fucking crazy at this point. And I'd really be thinking about what does this do to us as a civilization? Right? NVIDIA is taking economic damage because they can't sell to China. Since China can't buy, they're spinning up their AI manufacturing, that type of thing. TikTok, this is an economic driver for so many folks. They're trying to go after that economic driver, put in so much uncertainty. We're seeing this, everything from the insane tariffs to trying to rip away Harvard's ability to take international students. What we see time and time and time again is all of these policies that don't seem to have, it's not simply a disagreement, right? Isolationism versus globalization, that's a worldview disagreement. This is what the hell's going on, right? If TikTok is a danger, and all the government agrees that it's a danger, then the government needs to shut it down. But we're informed it is a real and actual threat to our democracy. And yet 5 years after Trump tried to put the executive order in to ban it, he's trying to extend it here. And anyways, that's where we're sitting. That's where we're sitting now. So what do you think about TikTok getting yet another extension? What do you think about TikTok being banned while companies can still sell all of our information? Apparently the airlines, right? When you buy a ticket to the airlines, apparently the airlines, I'll do a video on that at some point, are selling all of your information. The airlines can sell your information. Facebook can sell your information. Your ISP can sell your information. Every vendor you go to can sell your information, right? All your private information can be sold for pennies by American companies. But God help TikTok get something that you publicly post. What do you think about this insanity? Oh, I don't know. Put your thoughts down below. See y'all later.